Why are you mad? Wouldn't you want to? I want the same thing for my son. I don't want him to ever have to work. Why does that bother a mother so much? Or why is that always being thrown in my face that that's such a bad thing? That's not a bad thing.
And I told them, listen, no more handouts. No more handouts. Can't be. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money.
Teach them about contracts, and then teach them about saving, and then teach them about investments. Who would have taught him these things? Of course he's broke. He's a gambling addict. He got baby mamas all over the... What do you mean is he broke? Of course he's broke. What boxer do you know that isn't broke? What a ridiculous question.
Ayanna Yaya Mayweather, daughter of boxing icon Floyd Mayweather, has stirred controversy with claims that her father has spent a large portion of his massive fortune on a flashy, high-end lifestyle. She further suggests that Floyd is no longer willing to financially support his children the way he once did, instead encouraging them to become independent and earn their own income.
Don't have a pot to sit in a window to throw. I got tongue twisted. Don't have a pot to sit in a window to throw it out of. Bitch, don't even got a fucking car to drive. I'ma start popping it like that on y'all, cause I just be like, I be real laid back, I be cool, but yeah.
In a recent podcast interview, Floyd Mayweather reportedly stated that he is no longer in a position to continuously provide money to his children. He explained that they need to start building their own careers, whether through business or employment, rather than relying on him for ongoing financial support.
Money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars, told them, listen, from here on out, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same thing.
Retired MMA fighter and analyst Chael Sonnen has questioned the true scale of Floyd Mayweather's earnings, suggesting that the figures often linked to boxing payouts may be inflated. He argues that fight revenues in the sport are frequently overstated. Despite that, he claims Mayweather continued living a highly extravagant lifestyle, spending as if he were worth billions. According to Sonnen, this spending pattern may be why rumors have now surfaced about Floyd facing financial difficulties or even being nearly broke.
Numbers that you hear in boxing simply aren't true. Floyd made $1 billion. No, he didn't. Floyd and Conor made $500 million. No, they didn't. Of course they didn't. Nobody's ever confirmed that. Literally nobody. It's the same thing with boxing pay-per-view. Whatever boxing pay-per-view is the biggest boxing pay-per-view of all time is just whoever put out the press release and lied more than the person before them. These have never been confirmed by leadership of a publicly traded company, who is the one that supplies the pay-per-view. It is illegal for them to lie. You have never heard Time Warner. You have never heard Cox. You have never heard DirecTV. You have never heard an executive come out and confirm any of the absurd pay-per-view numbers that you believe to be true. The numbers aren't what you think they are, right? The numbers are good and they made a lot of money, but it's not what you think it is. And yeah, of course Floyd's broke. Would you be boxing if you won?
Sonnen further raised doubts, pointing out that there is little concrete proof of the enormous multi-million-dollar payments Floyd says he earned from his bouts. He emphasized that, in his view, no verifiable records or confirmed documents have surfaced to fully support those claimed fight earnings.
And it's the same thing with the check. I got $100 million for a fight. Oh, you did? Who signed the check? Whoever signed the check is going to want credit for it. There's never been a time that $1 million check was written and the dude that wrote the check didn't make sure that somebody found out he wrote the check. So who wrote the check? Floyd's got a whole bunch of them, apparently. He got $1 billion. Who wrote the check?
Ex-ESPN columnist Jason Whitlock has also commented on Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s spending habits, claiming the boxer has poured large amounts of money into maintaining a flashy image and staying connected with celebrity life. He argues that this constant pressure to appear relevant may have strained Floyd's finances, potentially leading to debt. Whitlock even suggests that this could be a reason Mayweather has occasionally stepped back into the ring after retirement, to help manage expenses and settle outstanding financial commitments.
It's what Floyd Mayweather is an example of, the stupidity of living for the culture. and trying to be relatable and trying to be this incredible icon or example of, look how much money I've made. He's blown it all. And now at 49 years old, he's got to go back into the boxing ring and continue to fight because he's in a lot of debt. And this is what I was trying to make the point to Cam Newton about. This whole, I'm doing it for the culture. What has doing it for the culture ever gotten any?
On the other hand, Floyd Mayweather's associate and business partner WAC 100 has pushed back against the rumors, saying the boxer has been falsely labeled as broke for more than 2 decades. He argues there's never been real evidence behind those claims and points out that Mayweather continues to live in luxury, owning high-end properties and maintaining an expensive lifestyle. According to him, talk of financial problems is greatly overstated.
They're accusing him of going broke because he's looking for these fights.
They've been accusing Floyd of going broke for 20 years. Now, let's talk about going broke. Maybe down to 200 million. Maybe that's his broke. I don't know.
Maybe that's his broke.
What I do know is his homes is still there because when he tell me to come see him, it's the same addresses. Every time he called me, it's stars on the roof. Right? So I don't know unless somebody is hacked into this man's finances. They always accuse the man of going broke. So maybe he's bored.
Mainly 50.
Maybe he's bored. The number 50 don't mean nothing because he's still performing like he always had.
Despite all the ongoing debate and speculation, Floyd Mayweather has returned to training, stepping back into the gym after confirming another comeback from retirement. He is reportedly preparing for a series of exhibition matches, along with a highly anticipated bout against Manny Pacquiao, reigniting interest in his next chapter inside the ring.
Right here, hook. Okay, hook right here. Okay.
Andre Ward has noted that, regardless of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s flashy public image and luxury lifestyle, he never let go of his training discipline. Ward highlighted that Mayweather stayed committed to the gym throughout his career, always keeping himself in top physical condition. Even after retirement, he continued to maintain the same strong work ethic that helped him remain sharp and competitive inside the ring.
Even though you see the flash, even though you see the glitz, even though you see Floyd in the streets ripping and running, one thing he never neglected was the gym. He always stayed true to his roots and he perfected his craft, and that's why he became who he became. I personally wish that Floyd Mayweather at 49 years old would be somewhere kicking up his feet, living off his investments, and frankly running a sport.
Amid ongoing speculation about Floyd Mayweather's finances, Yaya Mayweather posted on social media that she may start working. While she framed it as boredom and wanting something productive to do, critics quickly linked the statement to claims that Floyd may have reduced or stopped her financial support, fueling further online debate.
But Yaya, after being courted by her dad, an NBA YoungBoy, got on the internet and said something very interesting. She said, what did she say, Jasmine? Lately, you gotta expand it for me. Thank you so much. Lately, I've been bored. So I was thinking about getting a job for fun, or maybe work like 2 or 3 days out of the week, just to see what it's like. Why not? Ooh, the entitlement. The laziness, the fact that she couldn't read the room. You know, there's people out here looking for jobs. I'm bored, so I'm just gonna get a job today. I couldn't even believe she tweeted that. I just couldn't believe. I said, oh my God, like, she is really clueless.
Some critics have also questioned Yaya Mayweather's understanding of money management, arguing that growing up around extreme wealth doesn't automatically teach financial discipline. They point out that skills like budgeting, saving, and investing are crucial, because even massive fortunes can vanish without proper control. The conversation then expands into a broader pattern seen in many wealthy families, where a large number of second-generation heirs reportedly struggle to maintain inherited wealth. Analysts often link this to limited financial education or being raised with a sense of entitlement rather than responsibility. In some situations, parents focus heavily on building wealth but fail to pass on the knowledge needed to preserve it, while in others, children simply grow up taking financial security for granted.
You already know what's up. These little girls don't know how to do nothing. And she's sitting online saying, I'm bored. And y'all can say, well, her daddy rich, but like, well, what if something happens to her father? Oh, we got trust funds. Okay, cool. He may have trust funds. But does she know how to budget money? Does she know how to make money? Does she know the value of money? That empire, that estate is going to be gone. And statistics show that 85% of second wealth generators from their parents go broke because they don't understand how to manage it, which means there's a few reasons. Either we spent too much time making it, we didn't have time to educate our kids on it, and so we just gave them everything. Or two, they just don't give a damn. They just entitled, spoiled.
Many analysts believe Floyd Mayweather Jr. should now be fully enjoying the fortune he has already built, focusing on investments and life outside the ring rather than continuing to compete. In their view, he has the experience, knowledge, and business mindset to operate at the highest level as a boxing promoter, especially after becoming a global icon who knows the sport in depth. Still, questions are often raised about his promotional company and why it hasn't consistently held onto top talent, with some fighters reportedly moving on after short stints. Observers suggest that even though Mayweather clearly enjoys his financial success and business ventures, boxing itself still plays a major role in his identity. The spotlight from big fights, they say, remains something he finds hard to completely walk away from.
What do I mean by that? Floyd Mayweather with his popularity, Floyd Mayweather with his knowledge of business, boxing business. He's made the mistakes. He's had to fight for everything that he's gotten, and he's built himself into a mega superstar, and he knows the ins and outs of the sport. I feel like if Mayweather Promotions was ran the way it was supposed to be run, Floyd Mayweather, in my opinion, should be running the sport of boxing. He should be the premier promoter in the sport. What promoter can stand up to Floyd Mayweather if his promotional company comes after you? But for whatever reason, Floyd Mayweather Promotions has not dominated the game. They sign a lot of guys, and then for whatever reason, those guys get released or there's an issue and they move on. I don't understand that, but my heart for Floyd would be to do just that. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, which we see him doing a lot. Living off your investments, which we hear him talk a lot about, and running the game as the premier promoter in the sport of boxing.
Andre Ward has expressed respect for Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s overall legacy, both as an elite fighter and as a businessman, saying that much of the criticism he receives overlooks what he actually accomplished inside and outside the ring. He pointed out that Mayweather carefully built his identity around wealth and success, turning his money persona into a global brand that elevated his popularity and earning power. Ward also rejected claims that Floyd mismanaged his finances, arguing instead that he was highly strategic in how he promoted himself and maximized every opportunity, even when others in the industry doubted him. At the same time, he acknowledged that Mayweather's flashy image and celebrity lifestyle often divide opinion, leading some people to focus more on controversy than on his achievements.
Mayweather's responsible for y'all getting media credentialed at these big fights and getting these free lunches and being a part of a big event. But for years, I've heard people only talk about what Floyd Mayweather wasn't to them, what he did not do. How, even though this was a great event and it's generated tens of millions and in many cases, hundreds of millions, he should have stopped him. He was boring. He was this. I've always supported and pushed back on that narrative of Floyd Mayweather. Part of that is because of the way Floyd Mayweather goes about his business. He's been filthy rich. He's made his name, his legacy, and a lot of his reputation wasn't just the boxing, it was the money. It's the money man. What I have, what I'm driving, what I'm living in, what I'm flying in. And a lot of people, they don't like that. I don't know if Floyd Mayweather had more supporters for most of his fights or more haters, but regardless of where you fall on that line, Floyd Mayweather made it work for him when many people, promoters included, networks included, early on didn't think that he can.
Jake Paul has also weighed in on the ongoing talk surrounding a possible Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao rematch, criticizing the situation as messy and unnecessary. He said the constant shifts in contracts, promotion updates, and public statements make the whole thing look disorganized and hurt boxing's credibility. Paul argued that the sport often leans too heavily on familiar names and recycled storylines instead of pushing new, exciting matchups that fans are eager to see. In his view, the hype around this rematch seems driven more by marketing and financial gain than by true competitive value. He described the situation as confusing and overblown, with mixed signals coming from both sides. His remarks add to the broader debate among fans and fighters over whether the fight is really needed, or just another nostalgia-driven cash event.
The problem with boxing is people in the sport who aren't professional and it makes us all look bad. It's terrible, and it's so archaic and old, and there's so many egos. People think that they're bigger or better than they are multiple times. They have terrible teams around them that's like their homie from, back in the day running for them. And because of that, these types of deals don't get done, and it all comes down to ring size, and you can't wear these shoes and this type of glove, and you can't wear this glove. It's like, bro, stop being a fight. That's the problem with the sport, and that's probably what they're running into, a lack of professionalism. And
amid continued online chatter about Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s finances, reports have circulated suggesting that Manny Pacquiao has taken ownership of Mayweather's boxing gym in Los Angeles. The claim has quickly fueled new discussion across social media, with many questioning whether it signals financial strain for Mayweather or is simply a routine business decision. Some observers argue the situation is being misread, noting that athletes and promoters frequently buy and sell training facilities as part of broader investment strategies, with no direct link to personal financial trouble. Others, however, see it as another detail adding to long-running speculation about Mayweather's spending and money management.
This is major news. Manny Pacquiao now has a home gym in LA. Pacquiao Prime Boxing Limitless. The truth is, I came today to Hollywood to check out Chuck Norris' start. It's the second time in LA. Last week I looked for it, I couldn't find it. I came back today, was able to find it. It was not easy to find. And I came to pay respect. Chuck Norris, an icon, the legend, passed away. I'm happy to see people didn't forget him. They leave flowers and pictures and things for him. And I'll get into that second half of this video. But as I'm coming back to my car, I look up and I see this sign. And I caught up with one of the residents, a lady that lives nearby, and she told me this used to be Mayweather Fitness. Check it out. Manny Pacquiao wins the first round heading in to the rematch.
WAC 100 has also responded to the renewed speculation around Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s retirement comeback, including talk of possible fights with Mike Tyson and Manny Pacquiao, as well as ongoing rumors about his finances. He firmly rejected the idea that Mayweather is struggling financially, saying that claims of him being broke have been repeated for years without real proof. He added that even in the unlikely event Mayweather's net worth had decreased, it would still place him far beyond what most people consider wealthy. WAC also pointed to Floyd's lifestyle and discipline as evidence against the rumors, recalling moments where he saw him living a flashy social life but still maintaining strict fitness habits. According to him, Mayweather would leave events in luxury cars and still choose to change into training gear and run afterward, showing a consistent work ethic and mindset. He concluded that Floyd's focus, conditioning, and competitive identity remain strong, suggesting that most financial and decline-related rumors are exaggerated rather than accurate.
He's going to fight Mike Tyson, an exhibition match. And then after that, they're saying August, he's supposed to be fighting Manny Pacquiao at the age of 49 after retiring almost 10 years ago. He's putting his 50-0 record on the line, and this is that's his thing, 50-0.
I will say this. Me and Floyd, we very close. I've left the strip club at 3 o'clock in the morning where Floyd went to in a Rolls Royce. But he comes out the strip club in sweats and running shoes and jogs home 9-10 miles. 2-3 o'clock in the morning, he'd been up all day. His mind, his body is still conditioned for who he is. His technique has not been his technique hasn't been beat.
There's no real evidence that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is broke or struggling financially, made massive earnings from boxing, and still earns through exhibitions and business deals. The broke claims mostly come from rumors and online speculation, not verified financial data. His lifestyle is expensive, but that alone doesn't prove financial trouble.